All right, Sacramento has been open to hearing trade offers for the number 4 selection, especially given that they are looking to bring in a new face that they can pair with De'Aaron Fox and Domantas Sabonis to possibly make a playoff push during the 2022-23 season. Talent such as Malcolm Brogdon for the Indiana Pacers, Julius Randle for the New York Knicks, John Collins for the Atlanta Hawks, and Jerami Grant for the Detroit Pistons have been brought up in the league circles in connection to the Kings and their 4th overall selection in this year's draft. As of right now, no formal trade offers have been made for the pick involving any of the players mentioned above. As of right now, though, all players other than De'Aaron Fox and Domantas Sabonis and Davion Mitchell are said to be available in trade talks pertaining to the Kings. Yeah, y'all traded Halliburton last year like y'all just did, like he was a good piece and shit. Now all of a sudden, y'all, we need more pieces. Oh,
that's because they.
I mean, they got some bonus.
Because they're trying to win now, like, which I think is foolish to try to do in this situation with where that team roster is currently. Like, it's one thing if you are Philly and you like, okay, we got Joel Embiid, we might have James Harden. Like, we got something here. Like, we're gonna try to push our chips in right now and maximize Embiid's window to win this championship.
I'm with you, but they probably will. Tim. He said they better not give the number 4 pick for Jerami Grant.
Like, a better for that is like Portland. Like, Portland has Dame. He's 30 plus. Like, if you want to win with Dame, like, you kind of got to make that happen now. So, like, drafting somebody at number 7 that's 19 years old that might hit in like 5 years. And even if he has a good rookie season, it's still a rookie 19, 20-year-old. Like, it's not going to change like the fortunes of your team today. Like, even if you had the number 1 pick, like, that's still not going to do anything for Dame's prime. So, like, it makes sense to trade that for an already established player. You know, going all in with 26-year-old Sabonis and 25-year-old De'Aaron Fox when,
I'm not even sure is a proper pairing.
Right. Like, like they're better. I get it because Sacramento hasn't made the playoffs, you know, in like 4 presidential terms. Like, damn. Like, I get it, but at the same time, it's kind of like this is an opportunity to kind of reset your franchise, or at least like the age gap isn't so crazy to where like you bring in a Jaden Ivey or Keegan Murray or whoever. Like, they can kind of somewhat be on the timeline of the other players that they have on the roster.
The Kings have not made the playoffs since the 05-06 season.
Like I said, like, actually, shit, I might have undersold it. It might be like 5 or 6
years. Dang.
They saw Bush, Bush, Obama, 2 terms for Obama, and then you had a Trump term, and then you got a Biden term.
1, 2, 3, 4.
That's rough, bro.
But if they are, so here's my thing with the Kings. That's kind of like where I'm like, I don't think it's smart for y'all to be doing this right now. But if you are, I can get why you would, given the fact that most people are in agreement that the 4th best player in this draft is going to be Jaden Ivey. If you're in a win now mode, I'm not sure of his fit on that team. So if that's the case, you might as well try to get somebody who you know is an established presence. So I get what they're thinking. I don't think it's the right train of thought to have with this team at the current conjunction.
And like that's why pairing Fox and Sabonis was so weird to begin with, because they aren't like a seamless fit. Like, you know, if it's a player, if it's like Trae Young and John Collins, it's like, okay, like get us a rim running big, or like get us more wings. Like they're natural. Like, okay, like this is the 3rd piece. So, like, you have Giannis and Chris Middleton. It's like, oh yeah, we need a Drew Bledsoe shit. We need a Drew Holiday. Like, that pairing is kind of weird on its own. So, like, finding a 3rd piece that fits is kind of like, you know,
you're forcing it,
threading the needle from 50 yards or whatever it is. Like, so, like, even the people that they've named off as possible targets, like
underwhelming.
Brogdon, Randall, Collins, Grant, like, none of those are like fit. Like, Collins is redundant, Randall is redundant.
I can see
Brogdon.
Collins, you can put Collins next to Sabonis and have a little.
Who's gonna protect the rim?
Yeah, Collins. Collins is the rim protector.
Which, not ideal.
I rest my case. That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, Jerami Grant, I guess, makes the most sense. But again, like, you've given up the 4th pick in the draft for Jerami Grant. Like,
yuck.
I mean,
sorry, Jerami Grant.
Right, it ain't like that, bro. Like,
I thought it was pushing it for him to be mentioned for like the 7th pick, but like it makes sense because Dame wants him. Like, Dame, you bend over backwards to make sure that he stays long term. Like,
and he's a good wing that plays defense and can give you some buckets. So.
No, for sure. But
and they already have Harrison Barnes. So
He old now.
he's probably younger than Jerami Grant. Like,
Is he?
they're
No, I
around the
think
same.
Jerami-
No, I'm
Jerami
gonna say
Grant
Harrison
younger.
Barnes is in mid-30s now. ain't he?
No, he's not. Like, he might be 29.
I'm looking at
Harrison
Jerami-
Barnes? I thought he's like 33.
Jerami Grant is 28.
Harrison Barnes is 30. So they're essentially. And he just turned 30 on May 30th.
No, Harrison
Oh,
Barnes is an
shit.
old 30.
Right, I was this motherfucker forever. He's for the original Golden State. I thought he was like 25 in.
He was one of
It ain't
the,
like that, but he ain't like that. Right, like fourth pick. I don't know.
then again, like the 5th pick got traded for like Mike Miller. So what do I know?
I mean, like you said, Jerami Grant with the 7th pick makes a lot more sense.
Mhm.
And I can definitely, New York is going to try to get Jaden Ivey with all their power. And if all they got is Randall to dangle, hey, maybe Sacramento is dumb enough to be like, yes.
They like their bigs. They do like bigs.
I would hope they would.
Again, Jeremy Randall's like slightly better than John Collins. Like, I don't know, again, like how that fits.
Can he fit with Sabonis though? Sabonis likes to
That's
pass
the
too.
point.
And Randall could stretch the floor a little bit.
Randall ain't no rim protector either, though.
No,
Not
he
even-
not.
Also, Randall needs the ball in his hands.
We ain't worried about defense apparently. Not down in the
All we here
post.
for.
I mean, shit, comparing De'Aaron Fox and Sabonis, like, no, you're not. You're not concerned about this.
Damn, Sacramento has a. They pick it next year. They ain't drafting this year. They gonna draft next year.
Sacramento. So, who thinks Sacramento will trade the number 4 pick?
I think they'll trade it. I think they'll trade it.
I think, like, I'm trying to weigh different factors. Like, their GM is basically like in the last year of his contract, and you know that Sacramento will turn over real quick.
Mm-hmm. He gonna make his last
So you
mark.
right? Like, he's
One
gonna
last
be
push
desperate.
for the playoffs.
Save his
Yeah,
job. They fuck
right.
the playoffs. Save his job.
I mean, that's
That's-
but
I
playoffs
think
is
to make
what he
playoffs
needs
is
to
how
do
you
to
gotta-
keep his job.
So, like, I think they will go for immediate help. It's just like, I don't know who's available. That's
Ooh, Triple T said trade Fox and start Mitchell.
I mean, that's 110 mil that you got to trade.
I mean, they like, he still has value around the league. Like, it may not be as high as it was before he signed that deal.
I am a fan of that Triple T. I love Davion Mitchell,
Yeah.
but so I'm biased, but
Off night. I fuck with it, dude. I really do. I like him at Baylor.
Yeah.
Definitely when I seen, I was like, who the fuck is this dude?
Like, he's talented, but I don't know if he's elite guard.
well, I'm not sure either. But
But that's why,
be on the
like, I was saying, like,
bandwagon.
you might be better off. Like, you have a 4th pick, you have Mitchell, you have pieces that have value around the league. Like, maybe this is your hit the reset button. But again, like, you have a
Different
GM that's under heavy pressure. You just hired Mike Brown, which isn't like a
developmental
tanking coach.
take your time
Like,
coach. Yeah,
Could we see them trade Fox and maybe the 4th to move up to 2 or 3 and try to get Chet?
I don't think that trade works money wise.
I mean,
Wait, no,
No,
but
because
also
the
OKC.
Thunder have like 31 million
yeah,
Yeah.
under the tax.
Like they
floor.
have the
Like,
money, they have the
I wouldn't do
picks,
that if I was not for.
and they need a guard. They need a point guard.
I do think that Oklahoma City it is open for business. Whether that, I don't think that trade does anything for them because again, you have SGA. Like their backcourt is pretty set with SGA, Giddey, Dort.
We went into detail on that for our Thursday show, so check that out.
Overtime, TGN exclusive YouTube.
Yeah, I don't know, like I don't know what Sacramento can do.
Shay?
I think they will trade the pick. I don't think that's the smart thing for them to do, but I think that is
Mhm.
to what we kind of alluded to on the overtime episode. You should just draft Jaden Ivey and then see which of these guards works out and then trade whichever one don't.
Now to that, like then yeah, like trade Fox, like between Ivy and Mitchell, like you should have enough creation.
There.
Trade Fox for something else that fits
Add
better
to-
with.
exactly.
Get you a wing. Or a
Or
rim
big.
protector.
Which is crazy because they have Rashawn Holmes, who is a pretty decent rim protector, but like they tried playing him and Sabonis together, and that shit did not work. So, like, I think Sabonis is the piece that doesn't fit.
I was
Like, it's
gonna
like
say, maybe
trying to
Sabonis.
find, like,
And they went out their way to go get that. Man.
He ain't working out with no bigs.
I don't know what, like, he had Miles Turner, which is a rim protector who can shoot threes, and like that was a clunky fit
Oh,
for
man,
forever.
that was terrible.
And like I don't know like what type of big ideally works best with him because he can't protect the rim. He also isn't like a really good outside shooter, so like he doesn't stretch the floor. So you need somebody that's gonna stretch the floor. You also need somebody.
But you would have thought you had Miles Turner to a certain degree, like you just
Again,
said.
like, I don't know what.
That's a good. I never thought about that before. That's valid.
Honestly, like I don't know.
That wouldn't work out either because he's still in his way. He's still clogging the damn paint.
Triple J.
But
But even still, like
But
that.
still, it's like that's like a souped up Miles Turner a little bit.
And he don't shoot the three as well.
Sabonis is a weird big as far as the fit. Yeah, he is, and he can't guard. He cannot guard.
That's the
forward.
point. Like it's like he can't guard forwards, but then he also can't protect the rim. It's kind of like with Randall too. Like Randall's that type of big where it's like he can't really step out, and so
that'll be worst case scenario if they put them two together. It's like
which actually like makes
they get cooked.
Which actually makes me rethink my whole Paolo love. Like that's gonna be
like his fit.
Yeah, like his upside is like a better Julius Randle.
I saw him as a comp for him that they have listed.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's still like a 4 who can only guard 4 that's not going, like, can't bump up to 5.